Hello everyone, Tanak here. Welcome to episode 33 of Building My Industrial Empire in EVE Online. As you can probably hear, I have a little sore throat today, and me and my family had to go take a test for COVID-19, so we'll get the result in a few days. But anyway, that's not your problem. And that's mine. So we'll go, the show must go on. So, and I promise you guys a report. So you will get this the season finale for season 1. Let's start with the usual progress report for GVASET. Total net worth of Tanak Erica Procurement Division and Toy Company is 37 billion. If I add the progression here of everything, I see that Tanak has progressed a little bit. Erica is pretty much stable. Toy Company progressed like significantly, and procurement progressed a little bit. Where did that money come from? Well, during the war, we did have a lot of people that are contributing to the corp, like just from giving shit to sending ISK to stuff like that. So we usually keep super low tax and super low services, so we have a lot of friends, and when we're in need, friends help. So this is just major contribution from people. So thank you to everybody that sent something and helped. And the Tanak progression here, that's embezzlement. Actually, it's not really embezzlement, is that we had to evacuate our tree structure, so we were pulling stuff and dumping it wherever it is most convenient. So some of it is in my personal anger, it will go back to the corp, so I expect like a drop next week when we have time to sort that out. So actually the corp is probably past 20 billion right now. What else? Well, we'll go with the usual, so I'll keep the nice part till the end, so you'll have to watch the entire thing. HR, Toy Company is now at 89 member, and procurement is now at 92 member in corp. We did recruit a little bit, but we slowed it a lot. It's surprising the amount of people that want to join your corp when you're at war, and not all of them are actually people that want to join your corp. Well, they want to join, but for nefarious reasons. So anyway, we did recruit. We've increased our vetting process a little bit because we have some learning experience, but we're not changing our philosophy of being very alt friendly, new bro friendly, and very tolerating about your past. So we're never going to be some really strict corporation. I mean, guns are us. Like I said, we're the Babylon 5 of EVE Online, or the United Nation. We got people from everywhere in corp. What else? Okay, so that's the HR thing. Industrial operation. We had a small mining fleet this afternoon, but that's about it. We didn't. Most of our structure couldn't build because they were on their like when you have build job, they stop when your structure go into the third reinforcement timer. So most of our production job were stopped. We had bigger fish to fry than building stuff this week. Also from politics, because that's the part you want to hear. This is where I left you at the end of the first part of the episode 33. Pandemic Horde had reinforced Mao and Kipra Vivangi. we had our 3 stations that were on third timer, and Blingdenstone that were going on their second timer. No, they have their third timer. So third, and these one were second timer both, if I remember correctly. Pandemic Horde pushed one of these stations to the second timer, not sure which one. And then we had the big night where we had all our timers in a row. Started with Drill Baby, Sweatshop, and Industrial Waste Dump. So what happened is on the Drill Baby, the first timer, we had with us, okay, we have been talking for a while. We're on very friendly relation with Just Let It Happen. I don't. If you've watched previous episode, you know that the relation started badly between our corp because of a big misunderstanding where they reached out to me right after Black Flag had declared us, proposing to help with Black Flag and offering us to join their alliance. And at the time, I interpreted that as like suspicious timing, and it was a blackmail, but it was really not. And we got to understand that after a while. So, and we've been talking with them a lot recently, and we've become friends. And they were actually there in a large fleet with us. So we had a little more than 30 people to defend Drill Baby. Which was a joint fleet of us plus Just Let It Happen. And Just Let It Happen is friendly with, is blue with Northern Coalition, with Winterco, the Purple Blob. so they're on friendly term with PanFam, and so is Horde. So we did expect Horde to attack us. Well, we did expect them to maybe try. We weren't sure, but we did thought they were going to try. And at like at maybe 3 minutes before the end of the timer, like we were pretty convinced we were getting blue-balled, but within about 3 minutes of the end, they did attack the structure with a group of stealth bomber, and then there was a real shit show. Part of it is my fault, because on the diplomacy side, I had a bunch of people willing to help. But I was talking with a person from one corporation that I had put blue on my guy, so we would know if blue person entered the system to tell them to not attack and stuff like that. But the corporation that came to help wasn't somebody that we had blue on our side. And I didn't expect them to engage Pandemic Horde because we were fighting Hard Rock Revolutionary and Pirate Lords of War, that they were allied with them. So when Pandemic Horde started attacking our structure, well, Just Let It Happen started talking with Pandemic Horde to tell them, okay, these guys are blue with us, don't shoot them. And Pandemic Horde were convinced that we were Initiative Alt, because we've been helped by Initiative a few times before. So there was a discussion, and at that time our friend attacked Pandemic Horde, and then Pandemic Horde started shooting at them. But we were in fleet with Just Let It Happen, who couldn't really get out and start shooting Pandemic Horde because they're in the same family. So they got 5 Naga that were killed. I feel I'm partly responsible for that. I should have handled the diplomacy better, and I've been trying to coordinate at least 8 different group behind the scene. So small as I got some mercs, some stronger power, and just talking to them and just figuring out what each will do, who's gonna attack who's gonna help where, trying to avoid that your friend, because it was like it's a super weird war, because you had like a lot of people that are friendly with us but aren't friendly with each other. So when they want to help, you need to be sure that you send them a different theater so they don't start shooting each other. So all in all, a real shit show, and this one I dropped the ball. So I did send the contact I have on Discord. I did offer them to SRP their ship. I haven't gotten a message back, and honestly guys, if you're watching this video, I'm super sorry of what happened. My goal was not to send you to attack the pandemic horde, so it's really a misunderstanding, and if you contact me, I will SRP those ship. So aftermath of that battle is while they were fighting, the structure reinforced, and then when Just Let It Happen managed to get through to them, because I think it had to jump a few levels in the PanFam hierarchy, they stopped attacking. So they were hanging around in system, probably waiting to see if initiative would show up, and then they left. For second and third timer, we got blue balled, but we were still mobilized in system, so all 3 structures are saved. So that was last night, or yeah, last night. Last night for me, my time. I'm not giving you. I'm NA, so do your Eve conversion yourself. So that was last night. Now the next event is system is that Gib content right arrow timer at that is gonna happen tomorrow. I'm not saying our plan publicly because well, we still need to follow this through to a conclusion, and the battle is escalating outside of Vivangi also. There was a point where the SNN, I already told you that the SNN right arrow got reinforced, and then then we had no fleet to commit on the second timer, so it's now back at full strength. So we need to see this to a conclusion where somebody will, where every party agree to stop the hostility, and we're not at that point totally yet. We are talking, but nothing is set in stone. But some stuff are still weird because the politics is all messed up here. Anyway, one important thing that need to be communicated with that is that while we were talking with Just Let It Happen, and this was not even related to the war, we have people in our corp that are let's say that are want to get a little bit of null life, but I don't want to take the whole corp there. But Just Let It Happen offered us their structure, but they're in PanFam space. So, and Guns R Us toy company is not blue with PanFam. Because toy company, the main corp, like I said, it's the United Nation. We will talk with everybody. We will take out of any group. The only thing I ask of people is that when they're in guns, they fight for guns, and they don't bring their outside politics in my corp. But aside from that, I'm happy to have people. I mean, there are usually experienced players that can do stuff, and I mean, it's great content for me because I like the politics. So I talk with a lot of different people. So that said, Guns R Us is not aligned with any group, but we do get help from different group, often because of the way we're set up. So joining Just Let It Happen with Toy Company wouldn't work. I mean, if half of our corp couldn't pass an ESI test for PanFam, so we cannot take the entire group there. But we do have people that want to get the null experience, and we are on very friendly term with Just Let It Happen. So what we decide to do is we created the same thing as we had with the procurement division. We're creating another corp, which is Guns R Us Deep Space. So I now have a little portfolio. You see my share. I now have Toy Company. I got my procurement division, Guns R Us Holding, which is just a holding corp when we need to pass structure or stuff, and a Deep Space division, which is our new corp. And Deep Space division is actually, it's just the timer is not good yet, but the Deep Space division will be part of the Just Let It Happen Alliance, which is blue to PanFam. So this is just that specific corporation, and people that are gonna be allowed in there in the Deep Space division are gonna be PanFam allied. So it's either people that have their main as a PanFam main, and they're an alternate corp, or they're people that will make their main a Deep Space division, will make their main PanFam, or people that are neutral, but neutral enough that they can pass an ESI test to get into PanFam. So you might have somebody that is neutral guns, but when he's in Deep Space division, he will follow the diplomacy of the Just Let It Happen Alliance. So it's getting complicated because we got to set up with 4 corp. So Toy Company is blue with Just Let It Happen, but not blue with the rest of the PanFam family because we're neutral. But Deep Space division, which is let's say it's our PanFam office, only has PanFam. Will follow the rules of they're gonna go through all the ESI check and are gonna be aligned with Just Let It Happen. So Just Let It Happen are not PanFam, but they're blue with PanFam family, or I'm not even sure how the politics work in there right now. Okay, but I was told this was okay. And the structure, the Evangie structure will probably get we're planning on transferring them to the Deep Space division. So, but we can't do that right now because Toy Company is at war. So that's the other point I need to tell. But anyway, so we're joining the Just Let It Happen Alliance with a part of our company that can do that, and we're keeping Guns R Us Toy Company as the main corp. All these corp, I'm the CEO. With me or a bell, it's moi or an alt. But we have, for the Deep Space division, we have dedicated officer there that are aligned with the politics there. So I'm mostly a figurehead CEO there. But I mean, I do it. It is part of the group, and I am the CEO. But they are going to be officer dedicated to run that operation in Null. So that way, when we have member that want to have the Null experience, well, they can apply there. And if they just want to continue to build the industrial empire in essence, well, they can stay in the main corp or procurement. So that's the setup. That's the setup I have now. It is starting to be complex, but I cannot take I don't want to take the entire toy company in the alliance right now, because, well, one half of the member would leave. Well, no, not half. I can't say half, but I mean, we got a lot of different people from a lot of different background, I would say. So that's it. It is a super good opportunity for us, because it give us null access. It gives us the ability to build. It gives us a null production facility. They are pretty far from where we're based, but nothing that logistic can't handle. And so that's it. So that's gonna be the start of a new adventure. So you will see next season that you might get some story from Null, but I will have to clear before what I'm allowed to tell, what I'm not allowed to tell. I don't know exactly. I will have to operate by the rules that are in place in that area and in that group specifically. And that I have no problem. I'm usually pretty straightforward in these things, so I will go up front and tell them. For me, I was not. I mean, would I have liked to get a less complex setup? It is some of this part, the procurement division, it's a little bit gamey just to protect our Care Bear. So this procurement is basically the non-combat division. Toy company is I won't say the main. It's the first corp of the group. It's the head office. It's not the main corp. Is all of those together. And Deep Space is going to be our null operation. Oh yeah, the reason the structure haven't been transferred yet is that we can't, because we are at war. We were decked by Erd. Didn't know these guys. They attacked us. I don't know if it's part of the ongoing fight or not, or if it was just an opportunity deck to get some fight. They did reinforce the structure, so it is a little bit annoying, because it will make us another defense timer, and it was like super I would say mismanagement from our part again. We're starting to make a few mistakes now, because I got like a pop-up that the structure was attacked, and then I was reading another chat somewhere which said they put it down by 5% and left, and I assumed they were talking about that structure. So we didn't coordinate a response. We didn't even get into the station and fire the gun, because we were kind of lost at doing something else. So they ref a structure, but we did fight them. There was like, if you kill Bordeaux, check. So yeah, we did have some nice exchange with Erd today, but as you can see, and that's the one thing that I want to show you, is that we are getting more active fighting. We're starting to be a little bit dangerous. Oh, all in all, the PvP part, we're picking it up. We're getting good. And when Erd declared war, I had a bunch of people, and I didn't even accept all of them. I got a bunch of people that offered to help for free. So these are not mercenary I'm paying. These are guys that just pop up, and they're looking for, from what I understood, is they're looking for free wars. So anyway, I mean, welcome to the fight. There are some good, and this is like actually cool fighting from what my combat people are telling me. It's like really like small gangs and stuff. So we're it's an interesting fight, and so far you can see that they're ahead in ship, but we're ahead in ISK. So that's that's part of the politics. So when this war ends, we'll be able to transfer the structure to the Deep Space Division. The reason we're moving the Evangel structure, well, is so that they're blue with Horde. So that's the I mean, right now we're pretty much in a place where they will be they're easily targetable, so that will give us a way to avoid avoid some trouble. We'll probably get more trouble from the other way, but I mean, that's what that's the call we're making right now. At that point, we're getting at a size that you cannot necessarily, unless like we stay in our little confine of space, but we're at a very busy system where a lot of group pass around, so we're getting like drawn in the larger scale politics. And I mean, if you add all our members, because I will need to add in my little chart the Deep Space Division, so we can track like the progression of the group as a whole. But we're approaching 200 members. Oh yeah, also another thing I will we did reorganize the officer structure in the corp to be to help our growth going forward. So the way we're going to do is we now have dedicated military officer who have the role of basically handling the military affair and training people and making sure we're up to strength. You got procurement people, not procurement division, but logistic people, I would say, that their job is to make sure that we get the right stuff at the right station and we have the right supply to put for what we build. So they're handling PI, they're handling the mining, refining, transporting item. So that's all part of the logistic group. And we got this production division, which are responsible for build project usually. So anytime we get an order, if we need to calculate stuff to build as a corp, so there's the production group, and we have HR, which are responsible for hiring, firing, vetting, all that stuff. Oh yeah, speaking of firing, I did fire my first person this week. Our Rock Revolutionary played a good one on us. They managed to get a spy into our corp. and we did catch him as a spy because during one of the battle he was warping to our scouts to uncloak them. So after like we found out with that, and we kick him out, and he did join back the other group right after. So that pretty much confirmed that what we thought, that he was a spy. So well played, you managed to get one. Well, we're not too hard to get in spy in corp, but I mean, he did some damage before he left. Well, some. He didn't ruin the operation, but he did force us to abort in one operation. So that's about it. Sorry if it wasn't super dynamic or super prep. I've been like super tired all day. I've been a little bit. It's been a little bit crazy. We'll see next week how everything unfolds. Hopefully we're gonna be in a calmer situation. I mean, okay, that's Imagine 3-person. That's not normal. Well, not normal. Actually, that is normal. That is what's usually happening. Because the past week it was more like 40 all the time, and pretty crazy. But now it seemed to be calming down. We'll see what. I cannot tell you if next week will be more battle or back to industrial. What I hope to accomplish though is we do have our seed group ready for and they have been vetted for the deep space operation. So we should have office in Null. I should be able to announce office in Null next week. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to tell you where they are, but we will hopefully have our office and start running stuff there. We have almost finished a component for our first dread, so hopefully it will be finished next week. I personally, my little toy that I'm building, I'm a little bit far from there. I haven't been able to do incursion because I'm at war. Erica has finished training, so she will be able to do incursion starting next week. But the incursion right now, the fleet is located in what they call an island. So it's not easily reachable, so it's really for more veteran incursion player. So I'm gonna pass this one anyway. I'm too busy to run incursion. So that's about it. We continue our growth. There will be a season 2 because we still have structure and we're still building an industrial empire. It hasn't been burnt to the ground yet. So yeah, that's it, and I'm still enjoying the game. I'm still having fun. If anybody wanted if I can say one thing since I started, is that this game, you really don't see the depth of it until you get to a corp level. And even in a corp level, I'm not sure, like if you're a corp member and you log in and you just respond to ping, if you see the level of subtlety that there is in the political dynamic of this game, it is extremely demanding. I mean, I'm personally a senior executive in real life, so I'm used to politics. I'm used to managing people, to managing stuff, and this is more demanding than what you will get in real life. Because in real life, you get a point where you get home and you can unwind. But in Heave, especially in wartime, is you are in wartime. You are 24/7. If you have a European group or an Australian group that is hitting you at night, well, there's stuff to be managed. So you need to have a core team in place that can take care of all your time zone, that can take care. So it's like managing a multinational company where you have to have 24-hour coverage. It is that crazy. It is that demanding in wartime. I mean, of course, you can get some, if you're not getting into the deep part of Eve, where you're just like, if you're okay, I'm in my mining corp and I mine and I sec and I my rock, I go back, I sell my ore, and I go back to shoot, and I log when I want, and I do my stuff when I want. You can have that type of gameplay in Eve, but if you want to get into the real nitty-gritty fun aspect, the Game of Thrones, like a viewer said last week at the last episode, type of thing, then it is really demanding. I mean, I didn't expect it was that much, and I'm having the time of my life as a gamer, but it is also extremely it's getting like I said, it's getting hard on a lot of stuff. Family, sometimes we have, like we said, there's a saying like you're getting yellow bugs by your wife. Well, this is happening when the amount of time that you need to be on in those situations mean that it can be, if you're a casual player, it is hard. It's a game that you kind of have to be a little bit hardcore to really get into the good stuff, at least from my perspective. Again, I'm always speaking from my perspective as a player. I mean, I don't know all this game. I'm still pretty much a noob, though less than I was before. And at what? Oh, almost 19 million skill points. So I'm not totally a noob, but I'm still. I mean, I've been playing for half a year now, maybe a little more, and I haven't seen everything. I never even set foot. No, it's not true. I've been in Null once, but I still have like a lot of stuff to learn. And that's it. Anyway, I look tired. Hopefully, I'll be better next week. I'll get some rest, and I'll be able to start the next season on a good footing. But for now, fly safe, have fun, and see you next week. Bye bye.